Hey guys, just waiting for Instagram and then we can go live. Let's see what's happening. Here you go. And we should be live on each of the channels. So everybody welcome to another Triton live here from the Great Barrier Reef. I'm in the shed in front of the tank again. Linda is actually cleaning the tank a little bit, so maybe I can show you some stuff afterwards when the lights are just turned on. See, we are on time, just turned on. So let's see who is coming on. I hope all of you had a great Halloween. We had a Halloween here. Korallen Freak joined. Here you go. Nano Reefer 13. Hey, mate, I'm waiting for you to see you at Orlando again. Ryan's Reef, Jackson's Reef. Hey, guys, how are you? So let's see who else is coming on. Macmillan joined. Oh, Macmillan, was that Scotland? No, somewhere. A lot of people joining at the same time. I can't even read all this. Alexis Reef, Katja Schaumlöffel, and then one other. I can't even. That was all together. Here we go. Let's say, Alyssa, hey, you here finally from the start. I love it. How are you? So, and Joseph joined on YouTube. Some people. Mesha joined here, and Philip Becker. Hi, mate. Echo Killer and Ricardo, my friend from Brazil, joined. That's awesome. Not here for me for a long time, Ricardo. Need to send you some messages. See how you are. So can you guys all hear me well? Because I'm in this shed. Sometimes sound from the tank is a bit too much, but I don't think so. So let's see who else is coming on. Hello from Spain. Ah, yeah, Alexis Reef from Spain. Reef Sons is on. Hey, Reef Sons. Hope you're good, mate. Spain is on. So now it's is it even later in Europe? Is that winter time? Is winter time even later, Linda? Is it later now in Europe? Yeah. It's earlier. Okay. Early. Oh, that's good. So see, even better. Don't need to do one for you. So guys, shoot your questions whenever. I'm ready to go. And yeah, I'm here at the shed today because I want to actually show you some of the corals maybe afterwards. So let's just go through it and then show you some of the corals I'm sometimes talking about. Then they just clean the tank up for that and then see what's going on. Yes, 10 p.m. Yeah, because it was before it was, I think, Alyssa, it was even later than that. Oh, Jürgen Kneppen is on from Belgium. Yeah, 10 o'clock. It was 11 o'clock before, wasn't it? So 10 o'clock is all right. Just after the movies. Just after the movies. Hey, Mina, how are you? Mina, I've seen your tank, man. We should, if we would be able to put some pictures here, that would be great. Or maybe next time I'll put some pictures up because that's looking good. That's looking good. Just need to be your choice of fish is very special, Mina. Very special choice of fish. You know, like I don't know, it's very uncommon fish to be honest. Some of them, I like it. I like it, but it's good. No, nothing bad at all. Nothing bad at all. Okay, so on Instagram, a lot of people joining. So the Coralista is done. Hey, Coralista, how are you? Nick is on. Aquarium composition. Oh, that sounds serious. How are you, man? So if you have any questions, guys, shoot them either on Instagram or on YouTube or Facebook. I don't mind, and I'll just start answering them. I had some stuff coming up on my stream that or just some Julian, I guess, Julian or Peta, I think, sent it over. The guy gone totally nuts on ICP testing wouldn't work, OES wouldn't work, or whatever. It was just Yeah, or there's some stuff maybe coming up there too soon. I asked for live with that guy, so let's see if he does it. I hope he does, because normally they're too afraid to do it. So when I'm there, anyway. So okay, here you go. Mesha is asking a question, and there's no questions on Instagram yet, but it's fine. So let's start with YouTube. So which organic group affects acro in a negative way? Total organic carbon or total nitrogen? And what we're supposed to see if we have a bit of high total nitrogen? So that's not an easy question, but I'll try to break it down the way you could see it. So if your nitrogen is high, that's the first one I would say would directly affect your coral in a bad way, but not in a bad way that it dies or something. So that would be that it just makes it way browner, right? So it turns brown because it's nutrient, mostly, right? So when you have high nitrogen, it is also normally high nitrates, right? And then you have an amino acids, whatever. You have a lot of things that actually carry the nitrogen, and that means that you have kind of a bit of a overload of nutrient in that tank. Okay, so that will be affecting acro in a bad way, because you kind of lose colors. You lose colors because it turns brown. You actually do not lose the color. You normally keep it, but the coral will turn brown, so you won't see the color, the initial one color that you want, the blue, the green, that much anymore, right? Turn just goes really brown. So oh, my video stopped. Wait a sec. Oh no, here you go. We're back. So sorry for that. I don't know what. So anyway, when you have that, then you need to reduce your nutrient overall. It normally also comes with a higher phosphate level. Okay, so if they're totally out of balance, then yes, you need to balance them out. Normally reduce them, then it's easier to balance them out. Organic carbon can affect your corals also, but that's way worse than just turning them brown. Okay, so that could cause a lot of things, because organic carbon is food source for bacteria, right? So normally what happens is that just there is way more bacteria. In a lot of cases, corals eat the bacteria, so it's not bad for them. So then you have extra food, but there's only very low limit, like a very low border of having like the right amount, or too much or too low. So organic carbon, or not too low would be, I wouldn't say too low, but actually the right amount or too much, that's very close together. And that's making it very hard. That's what I said the last time in the live. That's making it hard to be able to kind of control that organic carbon thing in a way. Okay, so for the most people, and you need to differentiate always. There's people like me doing it since they're 12 years old. I could probably control the organic carbon a little bit better than somebody that is just doing it for 2 or 3 or 4 years. Okay, so that's just something that you also need to understand. This thing is a bit advanced, let's say sometimes, but I'm not doing it because I don't like uncontrolled things. Like I don't like my reef keeping that way. So as long as I can avoid it, I avoid it. That's the way I do it. Okay, so organic carbon is the more dangerous one, I would say, for your tank. Okay, the nitrogen one is not that dangerous. It just shows you how much nitrogen you have overall. You can do a measurement against it. So you can say, I have this amount of nitrogen in the end dock, and then you can test your nitrate. And your nitrate should be like 2/3 of what your nitrogen is to have a safe amount. If it's less than that, then you also can run into trouble there, because you will have nitrogen that is not nitrate. So you will have an oxidization problem in the tank. There's a little things that you can read out of it, but realistically just go for, if your organic carbon too high, that's more dangerous than your nitrogen is too high. Okay. Also depends on the amount, but that's just a rule. It's strange. My video shuts off from time to time, Linda. No, it's happening. You see that? Is the video going away? Something happened to see it, but maybe it's just me not seeing it. So okay, so then there's other questions coming up on Instagram. I can see that. So let's see. Just be okay. Successful reef aquariums on. So let's see who is here. Successful reef aquarium saying, just been chilling with Salem at the Coral Freaks in the UK. Yeah, I shipped him over in his box. Tell him he can show you his box. You can go in there too. It's awesome. Like I said, it's awesome. People love it. Best times in their lives. So that's awesome, man. Just greetings from me. Successful reef aquariums. So what do we have here? Ryan's Reef question on product potentially leaching aluminium. Yep. On my most recent ICP, I had 17 micrograms, but I can't narrow down where it's coming from. Oh, 17 is nothing. It's really nothing, Ryan's Reef. It's coming from AL99, for example. So our aluminium-based phosphate remover will leach it. Any kind of aluminium will leach it. Anything that is aluminium close to the tank could cause that. So just a little bit drops in because of your salt creep carried in. But 17 is nothing to worry about. So I would go like to 120, 140. Then I would do something against it, and that would be just GFO, because normally like good GFO like Rover or Julian Sprung's Phosban will take it out, and that's fine, you know. So there's no worries about aluminium. It's a long time toxin, like that's what we look at it. Like it's never killing something right away or anything. No panic about it. Okay, so just keep calm. There's no issue. Okay, and you really finding for 17 microgram, finding the source, not needed. That's not needed. As if you use AL99, the source is clear. That just to let you know. That's if you use whitish, whitish yellowish, like phosphate remover, that's your source. That's aluminium. Okay, so just to let you know. So then we have Damien Buckley. Switch to YouTube. Instafeed is Yankee for me. Yeah, that's all right, man. Good to have you over. A very specific theme when it comes to fish in my tank. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I saw it. I saw it. So, oh, that's special fish. What's that wrasse? Was that a wrasse? Well, I need to check with you. It's not Bodianus, isn't it? So, Joe Davis, I have a bit of purple sludge on top of the Cheeto in a refugium. With a bit of that Cheeto, should I remove it? I could show you. Is the video still there? I hope the video is still there because my video is going away and coming back. Yeah, gone like, yeah, I don't know what's happening with the video today. Anyway, we're back. So, yeah, no, you should like listen. Mine is on top. I don't know. See if you now you can't see it over there. So I'll show you. It's on top. Then something might grow on top of it. You can take it away if it's, you know, if you don't want it, that's fine. But there's no real need for it as long as there's just a little island on top of it, you know. But if there's the Cheeto is grown all over the place and it's really like then harvest it and also harvest it from above. Okay, so but there's no rule for that. It's more like a, you know, I always like to let it die a little bit. It releases a lot of good products like to the water, the algae when it dies off on the top, but not like all over, not just a little bit like that, and then that's fine, that's enough, you know. And then keep going. There's also other critters living in that area, you know, so it's not too bad. I would take the purple sludge maybe away and leave the rest there, something like that. Not really something you just try it. It's also nothing crucial, you know. So just try and let's see what works better for you. Okay, with full Triton method, you don't use filter socks. No filter socks. We leave everything natural, and then you will have natural filtering animals coming up, and they will clear up your water. Like you can see the ICP machine through it. Right. So no filter socks, no nothing. So do you reduce flow when the lights are off? I'm sorry for the video feed. I don't know what's going on here. Is it going away, Linda? Or is it like... Yeah, that's all right. So we just live with that video thing. But for later, it would be good it to work better. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so where have I been? Maybe it's the internet here. So let's see. So do you shut the flow? Do you lower the flow, reduce the flow? No, I'm not doing it in this tank, Jürgen. I did it in my old tank, and it's more for the fish. But I'm not doing it here, and it's not that important in my opinion. You know, like naturally, flow or movement of water is more moon and sun, and that's a day or night. That's just very variable, you know. So I'm not doing that here in this one. In my old one, I did it, but not not too much. Like I didn't reduce it heavily, just maybe 20-30%. Okay, so Alisa here trying to fund you guys on YouTube, and yeah, fine. Yeah, I say yeah, that's good. Okay, so Philip, I'm coming back to you. I'm just jumping on Instagram because there's other ones waiting there. So aluminum-based PO4 removers can cause this, but also some, yeah, successful reef aquariums, ceramics, biological media, but don't discount some corrosion from a do-it-yourself jump guard. Yeah, something like that. That's correct. It can be a lot of things, but not really important for you. So what is that? Is that Sean? Was that all from the start or what? On Instagram? I missed that. I yeah. Can I explain more about the Core 7 Reef 4-part dosing? I want to switch from Red Sea 4-part complete reef. Well, yeah, I don't even know Red Sea 4-part complete reef. Sounds like a ripoff. That's okay. So no, I'm just joking. No, it's very simple, man. So we dose everything the same amount. So what you do is you actually switching over would be pretty easy. I can have a look into what you're using right now. But you would just dose our 4 instead of their 4s, the other ones that you use, and you would dose all of them equal amounts, and you would start. I would start maybe at a point. You write an email to me, and I can maybe look up how much of alkalinity you use up right now, and then we can calculate that easily for you, and then you just go from there. I think we possibly even have a calculator, but I need to check that online if that's still online. And then what you have is you dosed all of them equally, and you measure your alkalinity. If it's going up, you reduce your amount a little bit, let's say 20%. And if it's going really up, then you go 50% lower. But then if it's coming down still, the alkalinity, then you go up with the dosing. Very simple. So it's like a pendulum, you pendle it in. If you know how much you're using now, like I say, I can calculate it. And then normally, because of all the extra elements and stuff going in, you actually raise the usage a bit, so the coral grow faster, then they will use a bit more. Okay, and then you just do the everyday test of your alkalinity, and then you should be fine. Okay, so that's a very simple kind of changeover. So I run no lid, run MaxSpec bio balls as filter media, changed over from CChem matrix. Yeah, Ryan's Reef, that might be one of the sources for your aluminium. I'm pretty sure it is. Like it, and it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. 17 is absolutely fine. Okay. So successful roof requirements and matrix can cause aluminium. That's it. So yeah. So Macmillan, yes. You is it only a video or is it the sound too cutting out? I just need to know that. Sound is fine, eh? Yeah. As long as the sound is fine, I'm not going to mess with this thing because otherwise we lose video completely. Um, I'll see. I'll have a look at what is happening afterwards and why this is happening, but it's okay. So Alexander Beidel joined. Hey Alexander, how are you? So lol, sell him in the box, yeah. All right. So then I check Philip Becker. So I switched to full Triton after the live session about 5 weeks. Keeping Acropora was not possible. Maybe you'll remember. Yep. Since that nice growth. Now trying to balance nutrients. How do I do that? Philip, in a very normal way. If you're dosing the full Triton, means that you have the algae. It will take a time until the biological filtration kicks in. But if you want to tell me about, like, if you want to send a little email over to our support and just tell us about what is kind of wrong and maybe give us some pictures, that's the best way we can just help you. And then we just tell you this and this and this we would do. That's the reasons, and then you just go for it because that's the easiest way. Like here, it's harder for me. If you now start, how do I do not nutrients? There's so many ways to manage your nutrients, and we're not managing them. We actually just want to, manipulate them towards then and leave towards the right position, and then leave the algae to do that, right? So for us, that's a different thing, right? So you just let us know and we'll give you a guidance to how to lower them possibly into a direction where then the algae can kick in a bit better, because over specific amounts of nutrients, algae do not grow that good. It's like the grass, like when there's over nutrients on that it turns yellow. It's a similar thing. So you need to have that starting point set. If you want to grow it really quick, then you have that, push it to a optimal area, and then you will have that, and then it keeps up using nutrients, so you won't get into the high area anymore. That's kind of the idea of it, right? So Mina, no, maybe it's yeah, Mozambique. No, that's, yeah, I'm not sure. No, not this Mozambique, Lenny. I think that it's fine, man. I'll send you. I'll find it anyway. Yeah, I saw your Oceanops. That's awesome. That's awesome. So only video, sound is okay. Yeah, Jürgen said sound is okay too. I don't know what's happening with the video. Something wrong, but it's fine. We'll work it out next time. So what do we have? Aquaman 3. So yeah, here you go. Hey, man. I was speaking with Abraham, and he didn't have an answer. If I'm not finished with my first bottle, can I combine my new bottle with it in the same solution? No, you shouldn't do that. Okay, and I'll tell you why. It's not super harmful or something. Nothing will really happen if you do it, but the amounts of the elements could be quite different, right? So, and what we also do right now is we kind of gather information, and then we add more. Like when you look at manganese, for example, or iodine, here's a calculation for raising them at one point, like you would do in the little bottles, okay? And also there is the, iron and stuff that is added at one point into this solution. So I wouldn't do that. I would actually, what I would do is I would run the first one you got until the end, and then I would just switch to the next one. That is the best way to do it, and I would do that. Okay, just don't overlap too much. Just that one that's made for a month, for just keep it gone for a month, and then you go with the next one. That's the logical way to do it for the subscription guys. Okay, Aquaman? Good if you're happy with that. If not, let me know, and I'll help you out. So Yes, accessories. Yeah, I think that's just a camera issue. So I don't know what is going on, but it's keeping dropping out. So what do we have? Do I have fresh? Okay, so Ricardo from Brazil, he's asking. Today I gave a freshwater bath in a SPS coral to kill some flatworms. Yep, all of them died, but the color of my SPS is gone. Yeah, it's some terrible. It's some terrible that I have done. No, it's not. I did that in the past always. So we were like, like a really good reef keeper actually in Belgium, um, and Jürgen might still know him. Um, he used like tap water, and I remember him using like a hose, and then just went in there and just went crazy on his coral. That he did that, and it was a good tank. But that was the way we do it in the past anyway. So it's not too bad. They don't die though. They don't die. Be careful. So that's the bigger issue. They don't normally die. So what happened when he did it, I saw it like he had a lot of fish in that just came and ate them. So because they were falling off, and then they are really nice and meaty. So the fish came and just ate the flatworms, right? But they don't die. So if they're on the sand or something, then after a while they kind of regain consciousness, then they come back. So be careful with that. You need to have something eating them. If you have a lot of rats, they will eat them. But that's it's not too bad for your coral if you don't overdo it. Like don't do it every week. Um, oh, you took them out of the tank, Ricardo. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Ricardo. That's not too good, but they can recover from that. So just watch them. Just leave them in peace, Ricardo. If you have taken them out in fresh water, that is a harsh kind of thing, especially because you move them. So um, I wouldn't do that. Like what we did in the past was in the tank. So we took fresh water and put it over the coral, and that kind of ripped them away too. But yeah, not outside of the tank. That's not as good, Ricardo. Don't do that. But if you bath them in like Coral RX or something, in like a dip, that would be better. Like it's then salt water, and then you in a dip, right? That will be good. I can show you if you want. Okay. Uh, so So yes, that was me. I was answering the questions from Ryan for you. Yeah, thank you, Matt. Saying successful reef aquariums. Yeah, yeah, it's not about your alternative right now. It's more like how much you lose in a day. And if you tell us how much do you dose in a day, we could calculate that, Sean. Okay, so that's what I meant with like like it's a usage, right? You replace alkalinity. And that's what we need to find out is how much you lose in a day. So how much do we need to replace? That's what I would need from you, if that's possible. Okay, we can still hear you. Yep, yeah, successful. That's thank you. So who else is here? Who is it? Successful Reef Aquariums. Do I know you from the UK, Matt? Like your real name? So what do we have else? I just checking. Linda, you check Instagram? Yeah. Yep. Yep. Oh, yep. So, yes, successful reef aquariums. That is true. So it's about sulfur, and if sulfur is too low, so sulfites actually are too low in seawater. If that causes kind of that coral don't be that resilient. That is a very old kind of. I think there's a scientific paper from Israel or something. I read it years ago. That's very old. That's like when I started 2000. 8 or something, right? Like when I started Triton. And that is true. That is true. But elevating the levels over the Triton values means you go over seawater, right? So if you do that, then also sulfur carries a danger. So that is, I said that last time when there was miracle mud question in my life. When you have a deep sandbed, right? Then underneath that sandbed, you'll get a buildup of bacteria, and they're anaerobic. And that means that they can breathe out of a molecule, or they do that. You know, they would take the oxygen, the O, from the sulfate molecule, which is SO4, let's say, and then they take the O4 and breathe it and then leave the S. And what then happens is that, you know, hydrogen sulfur will be formed, and that is very toxic for your whole tank, for fish and coral, right? And I've seen this happening, and it smells like rotten eggs, and it's a bad kind of, you know, it gets very smelly, and then like you don't realize that right away, but it is a problem. And as higher your sulfate is, and as more possibility you have for this to happen, right? So we keep the sulfate where it should be. Seawater level sulfur at 900. You can go up to 1,000. That doesn't really matter, but not way over that. Okay, so just to let you know. So I'll just check. There's more questions on YouTube. Linda, if you check, keep on checking Instagram. So only getting in touch after ICP and NDoc. Yep, Philip Becker. Next week. Many thanks. No problem, Matt. You can also just send us what you measure. That's fine too, for now. So you can immediately do something. Because NDoc is not nutrient measurement, you know, not only. Like it's your nitrate is already a valuable thing too when you measure it, okay? So hi, okay, hi. You're saying hi. When setting up the sum, you speak of a common granular media filter. Yep. Could you please explain this filter further? Yep, I can do that. I actually have one here. You have, okay, I think one is in there. You can just show me the one from Royal Exclusive we have here. You can just show that one. Give me that one. I'll show you what. Oh, it's a filter. The filter that is behind the thing. Yep. Can you give it to me? Yeah, it's a big filter. Sorry, Linda, need to take that filter out. Thank you, Linda. You're great, Linda. Thank you. So that is a media filter. Okay, so normally the water runs like from the bottom, and then it runs up all the way through all the media things, and then it comes out from the top. So this one actually wouldn't have that top. That's a very specific filter here. We got it from. It's made by Royal Exclusive, but the guys in Switzerland, Emotions, they sell them, so you can take them apart. But in a simple way, it is just a tube where the water goes in from the bottom and then comes out from the top. Okay, so that's a common media filter. I have one on that tank, and I could show you, but the video is lacking sometimes, so I just leave that here so you can take it away. Okay, mate, is that good enough as an explanation? So water goes in from the bottom, goes slowly up, and then overflows from the top. And in this kind of tube, you put your filter media. That's what it is. Okay.
Maybe you can show later.
Yeah, I'll try to show you later if that video keeps not kicking out all the time. So, yep, hydrogen peroxide solution helps. Also, just don't overdo it. Against what? Oh, yeah. Platforms. Yep. Thank you, Jürgen. The Belgium way of doing it. Fresh water and hydrogen peroxide. So, what else do we have? Today, Salem said, so that's fine. Are they setting that those are to dose exactly what the mixed solution says to do, like in the website? If you have a good doser, it will dose accurately. My mixed bottle also always empty by the time the next one. Yeah. That's the Aqua Killer, Luis. Yeah. It's up on the dosa, but I think that kind of lag is more shipping wise. So we still, again, like, you know, USA, big country. So still from like Florida shipping, even with the premium shipment, sometimes it's slower. Sometimes the shipment back takes a while. So then, you know, there's lag. And sometimes now we started shipping earlier. So the bottle gets earlier to them. You know what I mean? Like it's more like when do you get the next bottle kind of question, Luis. It's not like the doser's not with the job. It's like we earlier shipped that bottle over. That will happen now several times too, because we don't want to be too late, which is also not a big problem, but we want to be earlier so you have it so you can switch over right away. That's the main thing right now, I guess. So ICP comes back. Yep. When will your additives become liquid again? We have them actually. Where are you based? Reef over. Reef lover. Reef over. Sorry, mate. That was too little for my glasses. That L. Reef lover. So where are you based, mate? Just let me know. So I have a bait boat. Oh, here you go. Okay, got it, mate. Great. So the subscription is going to arrive in Brazil. So Sean is on. He's a fishing guy, Linda. So, that's why he brought it. So when is the subscription going to arrive in Brazil? So when we have repaired the machine, Ricardo, we went through a maintenance and then it just stopped, and now we're kind of figuring out what's going on. I'm on it. But as soon as we're trying to get it over soon to Brazil, but first, really important thing is getting the machine going again, Ricardo, because right now we're shipping out. So what else do we have? Here's a consumption. Yeah, thank you, Luis. Thank you. So we have a consumption. There is something on there. I remember I had it in the past websites, and we're working on a website right now. So see what happens. So yeah. So I didn't know if we're still online. Thank you, Aquila. Mayor Peter is on. Okay. So what do we have? Oh, Gloria is on. Gloria. GMDS. So platforms. Oh, my Derada keeps falling onto its side. Any advice? So, you know, they're not falling, they are moving. Okay, so some of the clams they like it in a specific way, to sit in a specific way, like they do not need to be straight up. Okay, so I have two clams in here. I have two Maximus in here, and one is like a grayish purple one. And that one was already grown in the ocean sideways. So you can see that one shell is bigger than the other, you know, like, so it's kind of tilted. And when I put that one straight, then it always try to fall on the side. Like, and it's always falling on that side that is bigger. So, I mean, you can leave it like that for a while, you know, see what happens. It's not too bad to have it on the side. If it's not facing the front, that's sad. But Mina, I wouldn't force it too much. So what I did with my big clam was I built like a little claw out of PVC. So I forced it into place, because otherwise this thing would just jump around and hit and break everything. But for a little clam, I saw it on the pictures you sent me. I would just leave it for now. Leave it for now. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I wouldn't do too much to it. If it's just all the way from like nearly in the sand, then you need to do something. But it's just like a little bit tilted. That's all right. Maybe I can show you mine here. Okay. Okay. So what do we have here? Aquaman's Reef. So I've finished the first one and then start the next one. It's gonna be quite some time. Yep. Okay. So you will just quick. Okay, because the bottle is, yep, and it's 1 liter, and I'm only dosing 26 ml a day. Initial manuals, yeah, that's correct. So it should be 1 month, through 31 days, and then you should be done with it, right? But Aquaman, I'll check. I mean, the support guys will have contact to you anyway, very quick all the time. So you just, if you want to ask them too, that's fine. And then we have it like we're on track, like we kind of look at the support is very sophisticated. So we kind of keep track with our customers, and then we can ask you from time to time too. You can come here. I'm here for like every Sunday anyway, but I'm just telling you, like that support is very important. So Gloria said hi. Korallenschätze joined. So German, more Germans because we're earlier. More Germans, yeah. So let's see. So Akakila Asen, is there a way would could on one day add potassium, molybdenum, and fluoride to the mixed solution as a 1 month solution? Is there a way to get past that? Yes, there is a way. I'm working on it right now, and I'm planning to bring it very, very soon. And I'm trying to keep the cost in check, Luis. But like we said in the start, this is the first time there is a subscription out there. The first time people doing it this way. So there is possibilities to get potassium and fluoride and stuff in there, and we are right now on a really like late stage. I can't announce it yet, but there will be a thing coming up, and yes, it will be. It will try to cover everything, like not calcium and magnesium, because that's not making sense. Like people would just rely on it and then think, oh, I don't need to do anything, and that wouldn't be good for a tank, because calcium and magnesium, they're just very variable and need to be checked with the alkalinity, and you need to have something in place for that, right? But everything else I'm working on, including potassium, including fluoride. Okay, so yes, yeah, but Agokiller, you add 200 mil at the beginning. That's like so it's 800 mil, 26 a day. Okay. So yeah, I was asking in relation to, yeah, in a do-it-yourself calculator, you do it different. But it's like you add it different, but it's just a practical thing, because we want to, there's strontium, for example, in that solution too, right? So we want to, for the customer that is getting that 1 liter bottle, it's good to push a bit first and then keep going. That's a more effective way. And it might be we change that to even more than the 200. And it might be that we go for 2 bottles, where 1 bottle goes in right away and the other bottle is carrying out. So you need to understand, we gain information right now that helps us to get better and better. And in the first month, right? I know that in the first year, we get much better. That's real. Okay. So because we get so much more information. That is the real thing. So it's a practical thing, practical adaptation right now, you know? So that's those gave me, yeah. That's Aquaman, that's correct. Just keep going like that. Okay. So I am nothing here anymore on Instagram, and I have also nothing coming up. Oh no, Damien. Okay, wait, so I just missed some stuff. So yes, okay, that was Louis' question. So I'm just checking. No, what I mean is adding those to the do-it-yourself calculator. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, no, okay. I think fluoride should be on there already. Potassium, I don't know. But I can do that, Luis. Yeah, that's all right. I can do that. Molybdenum should be on there. Molybdenum and fluoride should be on there, bro. Luis, just check it one more time, please, because they're not on there. It's a bug. That's trace element. Potassium shouldn't, but yeah, good to you let me know. Wow, that's funny. Molybdenum should definitely be on there. Ah, maybe no. Yeah, no, because you can't. Yeah, that's the point. You need to. Maybe we do it second bottle. What about that? Maybe we do it second bottle. Maybe we can do that. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Sorry. I'm all subscription in the moment. Yeah, no, I'll work on that. That's the same thing. It's the same thing. We need to just, yeah, bit of the same thing. Maybe we need another product for that, but I'll check. I'll check and let you know. Right? Good point. Good point. So then we have some coming up here on my other where is it? Flatworms? Yeah. Well, okay. Do you have a preferred filter media? Matrix, Marine Pure, Cyperax, something else? Yes. No filter media. My preferred filter media is no filter media. That's what I prefer. So what we use only is adsorbers. So we use Al99 or GFO and carbon, but no other filter. I'll leave everything like it is. There's no issue. We use live rock. That's mainly if you can get the live version of the Marco rocks, the second grade best one that you can get. And then it goes down to, natural dead rock, and then to man-made rock. That is the only media I would call it still media we use. Okay, nothing else. I'm not happy with the other stuff. Like I don't see any necessity for using it to get results like that, right? So how do you lower phosphates? Phosphate remover. Very easy. Al99 called ours is very broad band, so it takes a lot of other stuff too. Even the yellow effect from the water, it takes humic acids, it takes barium, it takes a lot of things that are harmful. That's a really good thing. And otherwise GFO, which is iron based, so ours is aluminium based, and we do that like every few months if needed, like every 6 months. Then we change over to the iron based one. But in the moment, I don't see a race too much here too. So it might even be okay to go all the way and then wait for the aluminium to go up. And that's why we change over, right? And then just 1 month. So yeah, Al99 is what we use. Okay. So there's more coming on Instagram. Matthew Tank. Good evening. And there no max levels of lithium in the reef aquarium and its effect on browsers. So known maximum levels. Yes. So there is no maximum level, but you pay a lot if you want to raise it a lot. 2000 is where I cut it off of efficiency. So you go 1000, it will start affecting browsers. That's what we saw. That's what I found out and then told the world at one point. And that's 1000 micrograms. And then from 1000 to 2000, it's very effective. And then over the 2000 doesn't make sense anymore. So I would go 1000 micrograms. If you struggle with browsers, it won't work on all browsers. It works on some browsers, and it will affect it, like your polyps, your zoantids. They don't like it. They will close, but they won't die, but they will close. So you will need to reduce it at one point again. So you can't just leave it 1000. I wouldn't do that. Okay. And reduction means you need to do water changes, right? So because there is no other way reducing lithium, because it is like sodium. So whatever would take lithium would also take sodium, most likely. Just to let you know. So
you can increase the dose to get to the initial bottle and start the new bottle.
Ackerman, you could do that because you have your new one. If you want to do it, do it. I will ask the support why you have your bottle that early, and then maybe say something next week on Sunday. But you can do that. That's no problem. It is a missing area anyway. You literally go for the next push, which is fine. You can do that. Do it. I don't mind that if you want to do it. And one level. What? In our tank? Oh yeah, it's kind of around 70, 76 right now, I think. So it goes like 50, 80, 70, 90, 50, you know, so it's just because when you kind of it stops at one point, you know, the initial one that raises a lot, Luis, is when you put it in the first. Then you have the dust, and that dust you can clean it out, but you can't clean all the dust. And the dust has a high surface area and goes into solution, and that's when it goes up. And then it's not going up that quick anymore. And then the pores, you know, it's like very porous, and so they close up because of organics and stuff, and it gets less surface area, and less surface area means less leach. You know what I mean? Like, so less but also less efficiency. And that's kind of what happens. So when your aluminum goes up, super efficient on phosphate, but then also high on contact, so high on high dissolving. And then when the same thing over time goes down, less surface, less leaching, less efficient. That's what it comes down to. So, nah. And it's 6 months, like nearly 6 months now. So I don't see too high right now. So that's what I said. I'm not doing it maybe. But like say, it's just it depends. It really depends. If it's gone too high, and if I need to double up the amount here too, like sometimes you have a peak of phosphate. Sometimes something happens, something dies, you don't see it, and then a phosphate peak comes up, and that's when I need to double the amount of Al99 to keep it down. Then you also have double amount of aluminium in the water, and then it's definitely gone 160. But if it's now 80, you know what I mean? So that's a thing you need to think about too. So, okay, guys, we are 50 minutes today. It's not too long. Do we have anything else? No, I've answered that, and I've answered this. Yeah, I want to show the tank, but is the video? You need to watch the video on here, and they will kind of ask you questions. Here, just grab this. No, I can't because it's on the phone.
Ah, okay.
Turn on the light. I need to work on that next time. Maybe put it on this phone. We can leave the key and then go for the tank one more time. For the fish. Feed the fish yet? They're so hungry.
No, I haven't said yet.
The fish. Okay, I hope you can see me. Can you see me, Lila?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so let's go on to the menu and just get the glasses for the thing again. So, can you show me the video so I can see that it's looking good? All right, so that some of the pros closed right now. Is looking at something. Okay, so that's definitely my favorite pro right now. So that's my Ekinara. Can't zoom in. Is that visible here? That's definitely one of the favorites. There's another one up here that I just put in, and you can see it's drawn on the rock right on the corner. You see that?
Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah, that's one thing. The Robusta or our Floyd is already gone crazy on the polyps. Oh, see it? Okay. Okay, so it's still on, right? That's Linda's little Dorian paste, and there's some more. Check if I can show you some. You don't see the polyp extension or something on it, right?
Yeah, it's hard to see on the video.
Little look at this. Did you see that? That's a cool one. Just drawn out of the rock. That's an aquapark drawn out of the rock. We're looking at what we're getting blue polyps. You can't maybe see it very well.
No, you cannot really see it. Oh yeah, a little bit you can see it. Yeah, a tiny bit, but it's not very sharp. It's
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I'll
not
make a
clear.
video with the other one. So yeah, all the fishes are equal part of leaky. But I'll just show you a little bit around that. That's it. Did you see that now?
Yes?
And we'll show the one that I don't know, that's the one that we talked about, Akakila. That's this one here. See that? Yeah. Pink. Now it's gone away. Okay.
Louis is asking, you added damsels.
No. It's just what damsels? Never. Where have we seen damsels? That is the one. And perhaps it's the one that is so hard, like, that I couldn't keep alive for a long time. So first of all, I'll show you sandy coral. So this is, you see that really pinky orange one. That's the forest fire, right? That's no 3D data. And then that's the 31, but we transport transport. And then we took we got one, the same coral. See that pinky data? That's one too. But it's just came in. So this is coming in, and this is already in for one, right? Same coral. Very great, and you this already out. What possible extension on that is we don't know what it is yet. We're still finding out what extent.
Oh, we thought it's this are we.
Yeah, maybe it's how it is. That one's gone. Now you see.
Did you show the strawberry shortcake?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Yes.
Because it's very blue right now, I would like to show them in full light. So, yeah, but the growth, the stuff is all going on. I remember reading that code and it's something older behind the thing. Yeah. Anyway, so let's see if there's any questions.
Yes, there's more questions.
No.
Or not to the tank, like other questions.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I'll just take it away and put it on again. And you can ask me, but my mic is on the camera on that thing, so you need to give me back the computer. So, there's any other questions now coming up after I did that whole thing with the okay. One again.
Natalie was asking, so if lithium is sitting at 0.2 milligram, I can safely raise it to 1 milligram over what time frame?
Yeah, you can over like a week or two. You can raise it. You can raise it quick, But I'll give it like 3 or 4 weeks just to make sure, just to make it slow, and then it should be fine. No problem. Any other question?
Bring frags, did you say?
Huh?
To bring frags.
Yeah, I can't bring frags. It's so illegal. But we're trying to set up where Linda's sitting right now. There is an area where I'm planning a frag tank, and then I'll frag the corals here and put them in there, and then I will be able to ship them to America, right through Cairns Marine and the guys. So we're kind of planning something there. So there will be frags available from this tank, and there will be very special frags, because we'll have some very special coral grown in there. So just wait for it. It's not like you won't be able to get one. I'm sure Cairns Marine will ship them, So any other question?
And we found if they they are not working from 31st to 7th of November. Do you think it will affect the water sample to wait 7 more days?
You sent it to Australia. Yeah. Who said that? Khalil. Yeah, we have sent samples from until Friday. Yeah. Do you have you received that on Friday? Have you wait? So have you received, Khalil? Have you received a scan? Have you received the scan? That's the important one. If you have received the scan, you can expect an upload today. Just to let you know. If not, then it will be hard because from tomorrow on this machine is offline. But if you have received it, so we got your tests here in the lab and scanned them, and you got your test, has been received in the lab, you will get an upload today. Just to let you know, because I ran the machine yesterday. Okay, so I was running it yesterday, just to make sure we get all the samples through.
Yeah, what is the best, most accurate nitrate test kit that you use?
Huh?
The best nitrate test that you use?
Nitrate test, the best one I use. I'm using Celifate just because it's easy. I don't think there is a best one. The best one is what I realized is that's very different from person to person. So because it is, you are the testing machine, right? So it's not the liquid. It is, there's no machine, right? You are the machine. Your eyes, how you do things. So realistically, the best one is the best one working for you. For me, the Celifate one worked always, and it shows me, like, I mean, you have always plus minus something, right? So they're not really precise, but it doesn't need to be. You know, they're good enough. And I like the Celifate one, but there's literally chemically they're nearly all the same. So I would just go with one of them and then look at, if it works for me. It should be easy, so you do it. That's the point. That's something that I see. So the easy ones are better because people do them more often, right? And that is for nitrate what I can say, right? Calcium, magnesium stuff, there's differences because there's ones that you subtract the magnesium and take calcium. It's a bit more complicated. But again, the easier ones often better. But yeah, I mean, up on you. Nitrate, I would say I use Celifate for a long time, and it's not expensive and it's easy to do. Like it works for me, right? Okay, yes, I received mail that you got the samples in your facility. Yep, all right, then they're tested and it will be uploaded today. Make sure you tell me if not, but I'm pretty sure they will. Okay, so my bar goby. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a nice fish. Julian really likes it a lot. And Julian's very special, so it's a community tank. I need to get used to it, but yeah, no, I like it. It's just a problem with these ones. If it is a goby, is it a goby? Call it a bar goby? I don't know. It's like a dart fish, isn't it? Anyway, so all the dart fish that we put in the beginning, right? I told you they tend to jump, and this one's too. So, but what's funny is if there's only one of them, they don't jump. They're like, I think it's the fighting between each other that makes them jump, not the other fish. So it's pretty funny. So I didn't know that. So I have one of each still in there, like so. Just let you know. I like them. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The English names are still hard for me. It's funny, but I mean, all the fish, but it's kind of.
I think what is your top 5 recipes to put in there?
Oh, top 5. So first is possum wrasse, right? Any kind of possum wrasse. First one. Second one, and that's because of functionality. Because I like wrasses because they work. Okay, and they work for you, Ricardo, because you have flatworms. So possum wrasse. First one, wet morella. Second one is any kind of anamses. Doesn't matter. Twisty, anamses twisty. If you have money, femininus, Nuginicus, doesn't matter. Because they love eating that stuff too. They're slow eaters, so they care for the tank, right? They're harder to keep though, so you be careful with them. But that's another one. Then I really like the 6 line, but it's a very aggressive fish. So you need to be careful. Some people put them at the end, and that's fine. I like to put a group in there, and they fight each other, but then the aggression is between them, not towards the other fish and towards the other wrasses. But that's a very, very helpful fish too. And I kind of like it. The next one is 4-line wrasse, very rare. I love that fish. It's not an aggressive fish, very little, very good, this is a cool fish, like greenish, and it's just a cool wrasse. And then I can keep going. But the next one would be 2 of them that are equally good, and it's one that I don't like the Octitania. I don't like the 8-line wrasse from that group, 6-line and 4-line. But then I like the Ocellatus. What's that one called? You know that? Ocellatus. Anyway, so it looks very special, very expensive fish too. When they get older, they look like a dinosaur. I really like that. Like really, like like when they're young, they're nice and clean, and then when they're older, I had a really old one. That looks awesome, and they have this jaw kind of thing. That's really cool. And in the same amount, I like the pencil wrasse. Do you know what Pseudoeulides pencil? They're like very long wrasses, and that's what I call them, pencil wrasses. And there's some rare ones. I like them, and I think they're very good for specific like specific parasites too. So I'll find out. We'll try to get one for this tank. There are good ones around here on the reef, and I'll show you. But that's kind of my top 6, while 5 is more good looking. Let's say that. Okay, so that's my favorite wrasses. But favorite wrasses because they have this. I like the community, the carry, the coral carefish, like I like that, the functionality. There's obviously so many I like visually to have in the tank, right? But that ones I really want to see every day. That's and you won't see them, you won't see them, especially not the possum wrasse. So what do we have? Can you?
Timeline for when you would like to send up subscription service in the UK.
No timeline yet, mate. It's hard to promise something. I don't like that. To promise and then see we have a problem and we can't do it. So there's no timeline yet. The guy's asking, Cameron is asking, Vincent. So we will do it. But we need to have a setup and make people happy. And that's in Europe and in the UK. It is way harder to do these things than doing them in America and Australia. So in Australia, I think we're going to be, because I'm here, it's going to be easier too. Brazil is asking, Brazil will be easier too because of some law things that are there, but the machine is right now down. So look, it's just I can't tell you right now, but I'm working on it. We're definitely working on it. So wait, how do you know? Can you share basic parameters of this tank, please? Yes, David Buckley. It's a very simple thing. It is exactly what we recommend on our testing. So it is the SPS one, the outer reef one. It's that. It's very low on nutrients, like no measurable nitrate, 6 phosphorus, so 0.018 phosphate. Then you have calcium and magnesium slightly elevated. Calcium is at 460. I like it higher than that, but it's 460 right now. And magnesium is 1,380, so around 1,400. It's just a buffer. Alkalinity is 7.1, according to the Alkatronic, which is but pretty much in range. and pH is 8.1. So that's very constant right now. It's coming down a little bit, but then going up again. And that's the constant that is really, the constant thing is very important. What else do we have? I can share you with the other stuff. What I'm looking at right now is strontium. I'm keeping that up. They're growing really hard on the rock. The corals are really structured out. I'm not sure if you've seen that on the video, but like there's footings. Some of them have bigger foot than like the coral itself. That's pretty good. And a lot of them are covering the cuts, so that's a good. Strontium is kind of good for that. I look at iodine, but not as good as I wanted. And I have a bottle that I mix in the moment, not very, because we have right now it's kind of the season for going out with the boat, right? So there is like a lot of interference with that. Why is not the video coming back? There you go. Yeah, so there's a lot of things going on right now before Christmas because of good weather, you know. So we want to get out often, but when you get out, it's like 8 hours or 9 hours or 10 hours, sometimes 12 hours on the boat. You come back, you literally need to do the uploads, need to do all the other stuff. You can't. Sometimes I cannot do what I want to do here, you know. So, but right now we're looking pretty much that. That's what is general parameters of this tank, and I will share them. I will start sharing them as soon as we have the new website gone. I will start sharing them, maybe even earlier. Okay. Okay. So what do we have? Chosen man, long time not seen you. And for yeah, I see. Yeah, yeah. I love the Hannah Checker HR knife. Yeah, that's possibly very similar. You then you take the eye out a bit, but very similar. It's good test too. Yeah. So okay, one last question. When should I send my next ICP for the subscription? 21 days after I got my last ICP test results. Yeah, that's kind of good. Maybe not after you get your test results, maybe after you send the other test, 21 days. Just make sure we get it earlier. Depends on where you are in America too. If you're in California, that's pretty easy. And you can keep like, you know. But if you're further away, like East Coast, send it a bit earlier. We're working on a system where we can have like, you know, like a zoning map where we say you're on the East Coast, send it 20 days after, and if you're on the West Coast, send it 25 days after. You know what I mean? Like we're working on this right now. But yeah, you go ask the support. Like I say, we have a specific support for subscription that really is narrowed down because we have so much information and can help you much better. That's where we deal with these things, and they will answer you right away. And then you can tell them where you are. That's the easiest way. Yeah. So the photometric nitrate test helps, in my opinion. Yep. Perfect. Danke, Korallenschätzle. Perfect. Thanks. So what do we have? Zebra dartfish. Yeah. Have you moonfruit? Hey, moonfruit. I think on under 6 line. Biggest. Oh yeah, that can be. Leopard breasts are great for parasite. All leopard breasts. Yeah, I have them too, but I don't know if they're that good on parasite, Luis. Like wet morella is unbeatable in my opinion. But it's just because they're so little and they just always in the back and they kind of care for that section. You know what I mean? Like they have the footing section. They eat the parasites from the foot of the coral. They don't want to come out, so they're always hidden. And then you have the ones that are swimming around and eating the parasites right from underneath, from the top. So it's kind of mixed up, you know. So what do we have? Yeah, you get it. Okay, Moonfruit is asking for training at Tomentosus. Yeah, you can train it, but I train them not inside the aquarium, you know. But if you have fast eating fish, he will start eating them at one point anyway. So training them only works in your some moon fruit, or in like an area. So I had this satellite tank. So I run the tank like next to it, just a little one. And then you put that polyps inside and try to get him to eat. And you don't feed him, you know. So you kind of try to feed him once every 3 days and then leave him to start seeing that polyp and eat it, right? That's the way. That's the way you train them. There's no other way. You can take some polyps out, mix them in the food when you feed him. That's possible too, right? But you need to experiment a bit. But you need to have him separated. Otherwise, you get an explosion of polyps too. You know. Melanurus? Nah, not aggressive, but just I just don't like how they look. like like when they grow. Yeah, it can be. No, that can be. Bodianas will kill everything. Bodianas is like hardcore. They're evil. They never use a Bodianas. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was another one. That was another one. That did got killed by the clam too. It got at the same time when I found them, but nah, it's just Bodianas is Bodianas no go. As long, if you have something like the Monty snail, like the Monty parasite, then you maybe need him. But yeah, otherwise it'll eat all the snails in the tank. Um, orange spot filefish to the display once across or bigger. I think you can add it because I don't think they eat polyps, moon fruit. I have information that they don't eat polyps. They're actually good for aquaphora, seems like. So I was growing up in Germany, so I have the same opinion, or I got the same information as you have, moon fruit, that they eat polyp, but it seems not to be the case, right? So look it up a bit more. Look it up a bit more, and they hover around and they look on the coral from the top for some food, and they seem to eat the slime and the parasite, but not the polyp itself. Just to let you know. Okay, so I will. Who?
Lemon. Hi.
Oh, Lemon posted something about it. Lemon, Lemon Kai is his name, like the guy that my friend from the Australian Museum. He was on an expedition out here, so he posted something about. I am pretty sure, and Tim, the diver Tim, that I respect a lot, he's saying that too. So we will have some here. I believe them. So just to let you know. Yeah. Okay. So I think Wagner is on. So I think, but we are at the end now, 8:18. So yeah, 1 hour and 20 minutes. That's cool. I try to get the lights up next time, and then maybe not next Sunday, but next time I'm here with Linda, and then try to get you some better pictures from the tank so you can ask some question about it. Okay. And yeah, so yeah, Louis saying it too. Their mouth is rounded and not pointy. From what I read, they like the slime of the corals. Yeah, that's what I think. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll definitely put him in here, and then I'll make a really close. I'll really have him in observation because I love that fish. That's an awesome color. That's such a good fish. You know, I always want one, and then that's a really nice fish, and I really want one. So let's see. Okay, guys. So I think I'll wrap this up. We have some issues with the video. I'm sorry for that. I thank you for this great live. It was great again, like always, and I hope I can see you next Sunday and we don't have any issue with the video anymore. And yes, please join my lives and look out for the videos. I'll try to make a video about this tank this week. And yeah, if you have any question or something, don't forget you can always write us to our support and whatever. And I'm out of here. I'm going to have a good Sunday, and I hope you all have a great weekend. Take care, guys. Have a good one. And don't eat the candy of your kids, okay? Take care. Have a good one. Bye.